Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students and viewers, Assalamu alaikum. I am Fayaz, I'm teacher, high school, Gunjabatra. As you know, we are discussing tobacco, the silent killer, which is the third lesson of the English textbook of class 7th. We have already discussed a portion of it in the previous two virtual classes. Let me briefly remind you what we have read. Then we will go to the next portion of this lesson. We read that this tobacco, it is a common name applied to the plants of nightshade family. These plants are commercial non-food, crops that are grown, cultivated for their leaves. Commercial means they are grown for sale in the market to earn income. And each plant has 10 to 20 leaves, which are dried up, processed, and then a variety of products is made from these leaves. We also read that this tobacco, it was discovered by Christopher Columbus when he and his men in 1492 landed on an island called Tobago. They found the natives of the land using these tobacco leaves for pleasure, and since then it spread to other parts of the world. We also read that this tobacco, it contains tobacco smoke. It contains over 4,000 chemicals, and 43 of them are carcinogenic. Then we read about the uses of tobacco. We read that it is used nicotine. It is used in agriculture as a pesticide. It can be tobacco seeds can be used to extract oil. It is this tobacco. It is also used in paint and varnish industries, etc. Then we discussed about the ill effects of smoking. We read that it causes cancer. Or in other words, we can say the tar present in the smoke, it causes cancer, and this carbon monoxide and nicotine present in the cigarette, they increase the heart rate and blood pressure in our bodies, and they squeeze our blood vessels. They reduce the oxygen supply to our feet and hands, and many smokers have to end up having their limbs amputated. They have to cut their either hands or leg, feet, because of low oxygen supply to these organs due to smoking. Now let's continue it. Emphysema is an illness that slowly rots the lungs. People with emphysema often get bronchitis and suffer lung and heart diseases. Cigarette smoking during pregnancy increases the risk of low birth weight and even premature babies. Even passive smokers inhale smoke because of proximity to a smoker also run the risk of developing many diseases in comparison to active smokers. People who smoke run a higher risk of cancer. In Kashmir, people consume tobacco by inhaling smoke from hookah, which in the native language is called jajir. Life is precious. To live a healthy and fit life, one should take a balanced diet, lot of water, and exercise daily. There is a lot of campaign going around the world against smoking. The unfortunate reality is that many youngsters are getting addicted to this harmful habit, little knowing the cost they shall have to pay in the long run. Even cigarette packets have warning lines written on them. Smoking causes cancer. World Anti-Tobacco Day is celebrated on 31st May every year to create an awareness, but in spite of that, people smoke and neglect their health. Quit smoking. Willpower and family support can help on. So in this portion of the lesson, we continue our discussion with the ill effects of smoking. Emphysema is a type of illness that is caused by this smoking, and those people who suffer from this illness, they usually get bronchitis. Bronchitis is a special lung disease, and the patient with this type of lung disease, he can hardly breathe. So this smoking, in continuing its harmful effects, it results in bronchitis and many other lung diseases and heart diseases. And cigarette smoking, so far as the pregnant ladies are concerned, if they smoke or if they live in the proximity of the smoker, they have the risk of low birth weight. The children who is born, he may have low weight, very less weight, and even the premature births can occur because of this smoking, either direct smoking or passive smoking. The passive smokers are those who inhale smoke because of the proximity to the smoker. They also run the risk of developing different diseases. In Kashmir, these people used to inhale the smoke through an instrument called hookah, which in the local language is called jijir. So far as the ill effects of this smoking are concerned, we have discussed them, so everybody knows the ill effects. So there has been a great campaign in the world against this smoking, but the reality is that the youngsters, they are getting addicted to this harmful effect, even though they know the cost of what price they have to pay in the long run. And even they read the warnings written on the pockets of cigarette, like cigarette smoking is injurious to health, smoking causes cancer, etc. Even though they read these warnings, still they do not abstain from smoking. And in connection of this, the world anti-tobacco day is celebrated on 31st May, to create awareness among the people, to make people aware about the ill effects of this smoking, the different diseases which we are likely to suffer from because of this smoking. So on this day we make people aware, but in spite of that, people neglect their health issues, and they are not ready to abstain or quit smoking. The willpower and family support can help one in abstaining from smoking or in quitting from smoking. So this was about the third lesson of this English textbook of class 7th, Tobacco the Silent Killer. In the next virtual class we will discuss the textual questions of